And good morning, it's your friendly neighborhood Tironan. Today we're going to be taking another look at the Yak 3, and we have an upgrade beyond the standards that you get, and that's going to be the 23 millimeter NS 23-H, and we're working towards the last two upgrades. Wanted to see how the plane flew with the new guns, and wanted to share the experience with you. So bear with me here, and let's see how we do today. You guys have heard the story of the Yak 3, but I'll recap it real briefly. Essentially, when the Yak 1 and the Yak 1M were built, there was a real concern that there wasn't going to be enough aluminum and other metals for the massive effort that the Soviets were putting forth in their war against the Nazis. Later in the war, it turned out that they had plenty. And so they went ahead and went to the Yak 1, Yak 1 and redesigned it. Cleaned up the aerodynamics some, changed the engine to a more powerful engine, and they replaced a lot of the plywood laminates with aluminum. And they got a much lighter aircraft, and the results showed in many ways. This thing was reputed to be able to take on either the Messerschmitt or 109 variants or the BF or the Focke-Wulf 190 at any altitude below 15,000 feet. And in fact, the Luftwaffe issued a command not to engage these fighters, and you could tell them by the difference in where the radiators were placed. They didn't have an under-chin radiator because they were that good. Now these have 320 millimeter guns, and the NS-23s were reputed to be some pretty hard hitters, so I'll be very much looking forward to doing it. We'll go over the stats here briefly when we get done. And that way, if I hose it up entirely, we're not going to have to, I'm not going to have to go through it all over again from scratch. Not that practice ever hurts that much, but let's take advantage of it while we can. Now, the boost on this is only 6 seconds. Kind of irritating. I like boost. Let's see what these guns can do. I'm looking forward to it. Now you have one heck of a maneuverable aircraft here. And I think that'll answer that question. Nobody else is firing on it, nothing to clog up the results of the gunfire on the aircraft, and took it down in seconds. Now again, these are P-40s, they're not. So essentially I'm fighting a Tier 5 aircraft with a Tier 7. You know, if you're not winning that, you may want to go and practice some. Okay. So we got that bit done. And I really want this next cap. And I do not want to go fight over the mine until I get the next cap. And this is a game where getting caps early and often makes a major difference. Adds up quick. And I don't know if we're going to be able to pull this one off. This guy's awfully high and I'm running out of airspeed. So rather than keep chasing a losing dog here, we're going to get down to where we belong. And again, gun's very effective. I've got somebody on my tail, but I've got maneuverability. And I got friends who blew them off my tail. which is even better. Which goes a long way to my point of never ever allowing your fellow pilots to die if you have anything to say about it. Boy, are they handy to have around. Now this is just not much of a high altitude fighter, and it is showing right now. These A-26s will hang around and bomb your base all day long. And now I finally have enough boost and gun range to reach them. Okay. I don't really want to lose much airspeed, so we're going to come right back around, use a little boost. I've backed all my boost, and that takes care of that. All right. We have aircraft down here and all sorts of friends coming in to I don't like that A-26's chances at all. Luckily this time I was high enough that I can actually kind of stay in the area with them. Good chance to try out my guns here, what I came here to do, so let's do that. Again, you'll notice in the lower left hand corner how I overheated my guns. Notice this A-26 is run with the express purpose of I have no idea why this P-38 wanted to direct me in front of my guns, but he did. So we were going to take the gifts that are given to us, lower the fighter count, do everything we can for our team. All in all, I'd say I'm awfully happy with these guns.
Be advised, a line of thunderstorms is approaching. We'll soon be unable to provide support. Do you copy? Over.
Yak 3's on me. I have an injured pilot, which is why my shooting has gone completely in garbage. Because he should be relatively dead now. And I'm actually having to hit my slow button to avoid overrunning him.
There's a heavy storm here. Unable to proceed. Return into base. Do you copy?
You know, you get tired of these A-26s. Luckily, we have some P-38s to handle them. I'm just going to...
Attention all aircraft.
Okay.
Fall back and regroup.
I think I've done everything that I can do as a fighter here. So let's talk about a little about the fighter. I think the team's play speaks for itself. They never contested for the mine. They never supported the ground attack aircraft. And I was part of that because I was busy tearing up the other fighters and trying to get the bases for us. So when you blame the team, make sure you notice the other three fingers pointing at yourself. In this case, it's very true. I could have done more to support the ground attack fighters and help us win that. I never saw an opportunity where I thought we had enough of a majority for me to do anything but get in there and get blown apart, which is why I did not jump into it. But I might have tried a little harder. Okay. Destroyed 10 aircraft, and all but one of those was a clean kill. Team score came in okay, but on the wrong side, unfortunately. All right, let's talk a little bit about the aircraft. When it comes to survivability, and we'll go and punch up the upgrades, that will jump up when this you research this, and what you get for this is 20 survivability. You pick up another 8 airspeed, and you pick up another 21 maneuverability. I want you to look at something here. And let's go ahead and pull up the right aircraft. Okay, and then we'll go back to our Yak 7, Yak 3 I should say. And look at the two. Okay, he's got a better gun armament because he's got a 4th autocannon. He's going to have 20 survivability on you. His airspeed is going to be substantially lower because you're going to come in when everything's said and done with all your performance enhancements here of that's going to be +8, so about 676, 674. So you're going to have quite a bit of airspeed. Maneuverability. When this is said and done, kids, I don't want to try to maneuver against this aircraft. This is the best aircraft in the game for turn and burn up to Tier 7. Okay? Nakajima's a little, Nakajima 43, down a couple of tiers, is a little turnier, but not by much, but it has the hit points of a gnat and the airspeed of a gnat. And you notice your altitude performance is exactly the same. Folks, what you have here is a faster AM7 Rapu. Okay? It's as simple and clear as that. And you get it in a nice package. Now the guns overheat more than I would like. Okay. But other than that, the altitude performance isn't everything that you want it to be. You know, personally, I'd like to see another 1,000 feet on it. But this is a very worthy aircraft. This is an aircraft that you're really going to enjoy at Tier 7. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with it. And the aircraft will do anything you want it to do except to get up there and really bang around at high speed, or high altitude. And it does not a terrible job at that. The climb isn't obviously great. But here's the thing. I had this at Plateau in the game before this and took out 12 fighters with this. And you see me take out 10. It's certainly not a reach, right? But I got out there and was operating all day long, 55, 60,000 feet without too much of an issue at all. Now, if you want me to reach this aircraft to go up there and reach up to 7, 8, 9,000 feet in a hurry, wrong aircraft. There's aircraft out there that will do it, and I can name 2, the P-51s and the BF 109 series that those things are like homesick angels. They want to climb, they're happy to climb. The higher you get them up there, the happier they are to be it. And I can't tell you how unhappy I have made the life of the P-38s with the P-51 and the BF 109. So, but this is an aircraft that will do, you get okay speed, you get okay altitude performance. And it really is okay. It's not fantastic, but it's okay. It's enough to get the job done in most of the situations. What you really get is really superior turning capability, really good gun capability. No, it's not the 550 that you get in a KI 84, which perhaps in my mind stands out as the single best aircraft in this game and this tier. But it is a damn decent fighter. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to have a lot of fun with it. Hey, listen, thank you for spending some time with me today. As always, remember to like the video, if you like it, of course. And remember, I need subscribers. So everybody I get, welcome aboard, and thank you so much.